Almost everybody's wasting their wishes in Genshin, and they don't even realize it. So today I'm going to show you guys the best tips for pulling when you want to pull for either a character or a banner. Here are all the characters that I have, not even after a year of playing, and these are all the characters that I got because I optimized my pulls, and today I'm going to show you how I got all these characters even after losing a lot of 50/50s and being free to play. Make sure to watch this entire video because I'm going to be giving 8 tips, and trust me, number 6 is probably the best tip that you're ever going to get. So the first tip is how 50/50s work. So if I go over here, this is the limited banners and how this works. If you go to details and you scroll down, I'm pretty sure most of you already know how 50/50s work, but I'm just going to briefly go over it. So basically, when you're on a 50/50, you have a 50% chance of obtaining the limited character, and then you have another 50% chance of obtaining a standard banner character. And obviously, most of the time, people want the limited banner characters, and over here you could see all of them. So actually, Genshin featured a new thing called Capturing Radiance, where if you lose your 50/50, you're going to be guaranteed the limited character next time, and if you win your 50/50, then you're going to be on another 50/50. Now going on to if you get the guaranteed after, now you have a 55% chance of winning and a 45% chance of losing after you're guaranteed. And then if you lose that 55/45, then you have a 75% chance of winning and a 25% chance of losing. Then if you lose that 75/25, the next time you're going to be guaranteed Capturing Radiance. So that's actually what happened to my Mavlika, because when I pulled for Skirk, I was on a 75/25 and somehow I still lost it. And then right after I got Skirk, but after that I got Capturing Radiance for Mavlika and it was all pretty late, so that was really unfortunate. I've seen a lot of people waste their Primo Gems because instead of using their guaranteed on the character that's either really meta or something that they really want. So basically what they do with their Primo Gems is they just randomly pull because for some reason they have like an addiction for gacha banners. That's the problem, because if you don't fix that, then you could lose a lot, and I mean a lot of pulls on a character that you probably don't even want or don't even like. So I've seen a lot of people do that. Tip number 2 is learning how to save wishes. I don't have a lot of wishes saved up because I used all my wishes for Z-Buy, and then now Flynn's is here and I wasted all my other pulls for Flynn's, and right now I'm still trying to get him. So the next tip I'm going to talk about is soft pity. So I think all of you guys know what this is, but just to clarify, soft pity is when you have 70 to 75 pity, and it's when you're very close to getting a 5-star. And I see a lot of people when they're really close to soft pity, they pull randomly for a character because they think that they won't get the character, and when they do pull, they get the character that they don't want, so they just wasted all their pulls on a limited banner character that they didn't even want, which could really decrease value for your characters or your weapons, which isn't good at all, and it could cause a lot of problems for your account. For example, when you really want a character or a really meta character or a weapon, but you really don't have any pulls, and then when you try to pull, you just don't have enough wishes and then you don't get the character. Okay, so this next tip is mainly for new characters or new weapons. But for example, since Varka is a new character right now, and his weapon is also new, this tip is just don't pull on the first immediate day unless you really know that his kit is really good and or either you really want him. And this is because if you pull on the first day without knowing much, it could cause you to really regret your pulls, and it's also really not manageable. If you see a new character, basically just pull them a few days after. There's really no rush because every banner is 20 days long and you still have a lot of time to get a new character, especially when events and other stuff are coming out. And if you do realize that their kit really is good, or you just really want the character, either is fine, or the weapon, then yeah, of course, go for it. So the 5th tip is to check the next banners, and obviously Hoyoverse got really strict with leakers, so now you can either only rely on like other leakers that didn't get sued yet, or the better option is to just go the normal way and to see their live stream on which characters are coming. The reason why it's important to see which characters are coming is because if you pull for a character that you like, but then a character that you like even more, or maybe if you're pulling for the meta, somebody even more meta pops up right after, but then you don't have any pulls because you just pulled for that character, then you could really regret pulling for them, which isn't good. And as you can see here again, all these characters I planned for, I checked if I really wanted them, because I got a Nefa and I got Columbina for Flynn's, and like all these other characters I got for each other. I got Escoffier for Skirk. Okay, so this is the 6th tip, and literally nobody ever talks about this, so I'm gonna give you guys like a really big secret. There's something that most Genshin players should do, which is called emergency savings. So what I mean by emergency savings, it's, for example, you should have at least 90 pulls saved. I know it's a lot, but you pretty much can do it with like all the exploration there is and like all the events, but obviously some versions aren't really generous. For example, I did a poll saying if you guys really like the 6.4 update, and most of you guys said it needs more primo gems. There is exploration, like other ways to get primo gems, but if you already did all the endgame content, then I guess you just gotta hope that you get lucky with your pulls. But for the people who didn't explore much, or who are like new players, there's still so much ways to get primo gems, so just a heads up. So tip number 7, it's to avoid impulse pulling. I'm gonna go a little bit more deeper into this topic because I know that we all did this before, even me. Sometimes I did it because I used to be like a really impulse puller. So what I mean by impulse pulling is when you immediately get a wish, you immediately just click on the wishing screen. When you do this, you're wasting a lot of wishes because you're pulling without even a goal or like a plan on which character you want to get. So that really isn't good, especially like if you want a specific character. So you really need to motivate yourself. So think of a character that you really want, like right now. Think of a character or a weapon that you really want right now. And I want you to visualize having them in your account. Wouldn't that feel really nice? Well, if you keep on doing impulse pulling, then that is not gonna happen, buddy. So that's why it's really important to stop impulse pulling. So the last tip before I end this video is creating a goal before you pull. You really have to visualize the character or weapon being in your account, and that's the goal that you're going to create, getting that character or weapon in your account. Because once you get that character, you're going to feel really proud of yourself, and that's going to motivate you even more to get new characters that you really want. And it could also stop your pulling addiction, which is really good if you really do want to save your pulls and get the characters that you really like. For example, right now I planned for Zebai, so she came really early, but I did have a lot of pulls before that, and I used all of it for Flynn's because Flynn's was another character that I really wanted. And also, just one quick thing, guys, if you see the weapon, just please do not pull if you don't have enough wishes, because what's gonna happen is if you pull for the weapon but then you lose your 50-50, then you don't have enough wishes to get a new weapon, then your fate point's gonna be gone and you just wasted all your pulls for nothing. So please do not pull on the weapon banner unless you totally 100% have a lot of wishes to spare. And that's it. I hope you guys really liked my video. I showed a Primo Gem guide on how to get a lot of Primo Gems. You should definitely check that out. Subscribe if you like my videos. Comment what characters you really want. And I'll see you guys all later. Bye bye.